Yo, good evening, or depending on where you are in the world, good afternoon, good night, whatever. Got a fucking football rant. What am I, 3 seconds in and I already cursed? Apologies. Got a football rant. I'm sure most people know by now. I don't get to rant too much about football because being based in New Zealand the last couple of years, unfortunately, it's usually a Monday morning when I'm in work that I start getting results, or Champions League wise, usually I'm in work on a Thursday morning or whatever it is, but I'm quite late to football news and results this side of the world, so unfortunately my videos are mostly MMA based. But seeing as it's spreading like wildfire, this news of possibly the death of football, which I cannot believe that. I'm sure everyone knows, but I'll explain it, or else the video doesn't really make any sense. But basically, top leagues around the world, such as Premier League teams like Tottenham Hotspurs, Chelsea, Man City, Man United, Liverpool and Arsenal, along with the top Spanish sides and some of the top Italian sides, I believe, are going to supposedly break away into this own European Super Cup, Super League, whatever the hell you want to call it. Yeah, and just separate and, I don't know, be in their own little bubble, which is it's one of the craziest things I've heard. I thought it was a joke at first. But yeah, it's such, I need to rant about it because I'm not avoiding the news, and yeah, crazy. I've supported Liverpool Football Club all my life. It's in my blood. I love football. It's up there with MMA for me. It's actually, it's my favourite sport. I don't talk about it a lot on the platform because, as I said, I'm behind the time with it. But yeah, it's a dark cloud over football. It's a new level of greed, and football has always been quite a greedy sport, but this is a brand new level. It's a brand new height. That during a pandemic, all these rich big clubs, again including my own, that are going to leave, break away and go to the Super League, where you can't be relegated, which for starters makes no sense. I mean, the joy of winning is only there because of the possibility of losing, or the possibility of winning a league because the possibility of being relegated, or whatever way you want to look at it. Or in terms of the Premier League, where you qualify the Champions League, breaking into the top four, that's what makes football exciting. I don't know where this idea has come from. I know, suppose it gets the clubs a lot more money. They don't need any more fucking money. They have enough support behind them. I mean, things in the Premier League, you look at Leeds, I have a few friends of mine who are Leeds supporters, and Leeds broke into the Premier League for the first time in years, and they gave a great account of themselves, and they play exciting football, and that's what it's all about. It's all about the rivalries, your Liverpool and Everton, your Liverpool and Man United. But then the excitement of the Champions League is when you get to go and play these big teams like Barcelona, like Real Madrid, like your AC Milans, your Juventus, whoever, playing them every week in your own little private league. It's crazy. This is madness, man. I thought things were weird enough the past 2 years, and now they add this on top of it as well. But like I said, during a pandemic, to be thinking of things like this where people are losing their jobs, probably not even able to afford football tickets if the football was even able to have fans, it's madness, man. It's madness. And actually the craziest thing about the whole lot is that there's fans in support of this. I cannot believe it. I know, to be fair, the majority of fans are against it, but some are for this, saying, it'd be great to be able to play big teams every week. Won't. Because you play them every week, that takes the joy out of it. And some of the best games ever are playing the lower teams that are fighting relegation. They're the ones that give the big teams the best battles. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, a lot of my mates are Man United fans, and they wreck my head 24/7. Especially this season, I've had to listen to them because Liverpool couldn't retain the Premier League. But I mean, that's what football is all about. It's all about the banter with your mates, going out having a few beers or sitting at home, whatever it may be. That's what football's about. Football is nothing without the fans. You know what I mean? And it's a mad decision. I can't believe I waited 30 years to watch Liverpool lift the Premier League, which they did last year, thankfully. And now I'm seriously considering not even watching any of their games again. If they break away this league, I'm waiting for some good news. I'm hoping they're gonna, come out and say it's not happening. I don't know, but it's very hard to support a club doing something like this. It's madness. I really can't make any sense of it. Thankfully, Let's say thankfully, like, but PSG, Bayern Munich, and Bayer Leverkusen have refused to take part in it. So hopefully that does some damage to it. But even so, even like I said, even so, if this doesn't happen, the fact that they've thought about it still puts a very dark cloud over football. Awful greed in football. The money in football is insane compared to any other sport, and yet still it's not enough. How much more money do these big clubs need? Like, seriously, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. It makes you wonder, is football is being poisoned. I have said that in terms of VAR and things like that football is not the sport it once was, where you can't tackle anymore. This is just my opinions on the game, but this is a much bigger, much darker cloud hanging over it right now. There's such a big sport, so much money behind it, so much fandom. It's crazy that this is a decision that they're even considering. I really hope it bites them in the ass. I really do. I hope it does. I hope it bites them in the ass, and hopefully I heard them say that some of the rules may be, say for Premier League teams, any of them to take part in this tournament, that the players will not be eligible to play for their country. I would imagine that would turn a lot of them off it. But then again, money talks, so you never know. But I actually think these teams should be punished big time. I think all of these teams should be punished. Not like relegated or something like that. Jeez, don't do that to us. But I mean, big points deduction, big fines, do something. This can't go unpunished. If things go back to normal, touch wood. But I mean, like I said, the fact they've thought about this is crazy. That's not considering the fans at all, and it's a crazy decision. I don't know what to think, but maybe it's time I go out and get myself a Leeds jersey. Can't even believe I'm saying that, but it's crazy. It's such a kick in the stomach for all fans. Like I said, I've been lucky enough to be supporting Liverpool all my life, who spent a long time second best to teams like Man United, but we were always there or thereabouts in the Champions League. We've seen plenty of success down through the years, and at last got to see us lift a Champions League or a Premier League trophy last year. But I mean, the game is still so enjoyable to watch. I love the battles between Liverpool and Man United. I love the banter, battling between Man City, whoever, the battle between the lower teams that have been coming up that are battling for relegation. That's what football is all about. It's not about this fucking greed, stepping into your own private league. It actually makes me sick to think about it. Yeah, I don't know what much more to say, but it's a dark day for football. After all that's been going on, and this is what they try and do. Greed at its highest. It's horrible, it's disgusting, it's a disgusting mark on the sport, and yeah, I don't even know what do I say, but it's possibly the death of football. We'll see. Peace.